What's up, guys? A lot of people have been asking me recently, how do I transform, develop into my elite self? And I've used the term elite self a lot because it's the name of my company and it's kind of like my version of essentially becoming the maximum potential version of yourself in this lifetime. And the beautiful thing is you define what your own potential is. You define, who you can become. You define what your dream life is and what you want to create. But a lot of people are kind of in this spot, at least based on what I've been getting asked, of how do I start moving in this direction? I kind of feel stuck right now. How do I actually develop into my elite self or the maximum potential version of myself? And it's first of all, a very awesome question to be asking yourself. A lot of people aren't asking this question. So if you are asking this question, how do I develop in the highest potential version of myself? You're in a good spot. That's a great place to start. So what I want to do is provide you guys 3 of the biggest tips that I can give you in terms of actually becoming the best version of yourself. So number 1, the first one is define what the highest potential version of yourself and the highest potential version of your life look like. It's hard to move towards something that you're not even sure what the destination is, right? If you put in your GPS, take me to LA, you could wind up anywhere in LA, right? You could end up in Hollywood, West Hollywood, Woodland Hills. There's like a bunch of different areas. But if you say, I want Hollywood Boulevard, I want this coffee shop, you know exactly where you're going and your GPS can actually route that for you, right? So same thing with your goals. And you guys know this, but I'm guessing not many people have actually applied this and actually set specific goals for yourself, set a specific destination. So first for you, define what you really want, define what type of person you want to turn into, what are the traits you want to have, what's your confidence like, what's a day in your life look like, what type of career do you want, like what exactly do you want in your life, what kind of relationships, car, house, financial status, what type of fulfillment and fun and hobbies do you have, where do you want to live, what do you want your travel situation to be like, what do you want your life to look like as a whole, the highest potential version of it. Don't worry about being realistic, right? Don't worry about what your friends might say about your goals. Don't worry about what your family might say about your goals. Set what you really want. Often when we grow up and when we're kids and when we go through school, our dreams are smacked out of us. When you're a kid, you're super ambitious. You're like, I want to go to the moon. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a professional, basketball player. And it's like as you grow up through middle school and high school and university, it's like all this stuff is just flushed out of you. So I want you to revitalize that spark that's in you of shooting for the moon and looking at what you really want to achieve in life. And again, don't worry about the how, just worry about what you really want. And a great activity for tip number 1 is to write down 100 things that you want to become or create. And you might be thinking, it's gonna be so hard to actually think of 100 things. I get it, and I've done this activity too. And the first 3 or 4, you're like, man, I don't know how much more I could write. But once you get to 10, 12, 15, you feel like you don't want to stop, and you'll get to 100 before you know it, because that muscle of writing down exactly what you want in life has probably not been worked for a long time. You probably aren't used to demanding of life what you want from it. So this would be a great activity to get your feet wet and determine where exactly you want to go and what you want to develop into, and ultimately determine what your elite self actually consists of, okay? So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to audit your environment. So many entrepreneurs out there say this exact same thing in different ways, where they say, show me your friends, I will show you your future. And it's true. You are the average of, a lot of entrepreneurs say 5, 3, 10. You're essentially the average of the people you spend the most time with, right? So if you take your close circle of friends, you guys are probably going to have some type of average, financial status, health, your body, your physique, your career, your ambition. You're probably going to be somewhere in the average of your close circle in those departments. So what you need to do if you want to rise above that is create a new network for yourself. Now, this does not mean cutting out everybody in your inner circle who isn't inspirational or motivational or like-minded. I get it. I have those friends too. But what you do want to do is be proactive in finding new people who are like-minded, who are motivated and have what you want or ahead of you in life in the departments that you want to develop into. And this can look like going to network events, networking through social media. A great way to do it, and a very underrated way to do it, is by digesting books and podcasts and any audiobooks or YouTube videos, whatever it may be, right? And this actually counts as your environment, right? If you're consuming audiobooks of your biggest role model and of people who have years of experience on you in life, then that counts. They are lifting you up. And it's not as powerful as being right in front of somebody and listening to what they have to say and being around them, but it still counts. And especially since reconstructing your network takes a lot of time, this can be something that you can do in the meantime. It's just listening to books, podcasts, etc. Just to stimulate your mind, level you up slowly but surely, and expose you to that higher level thinking. Okay, so number 2 is audit your environment, and number 3 is analyzing your habits. So now that you've actually determined what you want, we have to determine what you have to do on a daily and weekly basis to actually progress towards that version of yourself and that version of your life. So let's tackle the version of yourself first. In terms of some traits that you've listed to move towards that version. Maybe you want to be more confident, more calm, more patient. You want to be a better leader. Maybe you want to build all these different skills. Pick 1 to 3 of the main things that you want to develop within yourself. Maybe it's mindfulness, self-awareness. It could be a bunch of stuff. And pick some habits that will level you up in those departments. But I can tell you that some of the most high leverage habits that you can start doing right away, no matter what you want to improve about yourself, involve your health and fitness, your sleep, and your water. These are fundamentals of being a healthy person, and a lot of people don't have them down pat. So this is something that you can implement right away. Try to get 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep, whatever you know you need to be rested. Try to get 2, 3, 4 liters of water each day consistently, day in and day out, and try to get some consistent workouts in at least 3 times a week. And just doing this basic stuff will actually help level you up into a better person by itself. Not only will it increase your health and your vitality and your cognitive performance and your physique, but it'll also increase your discipline and your confidence in yourself by actually executing something consistently. And that goes a long way with whatever you want to achieve in your life. So already just implementing those basics progress you levels and levels and levels above maybe where you're starting out, okay? And now that's one side, developing yourself, and now action towards your life goals. So maybe you want to build a business or transition to careers, or there's a bunch of different moves you could be making right now. Well, write down on a piece of paper, first of all, again, you've already defined what you want your career to look like, your job, your business, your endeavors, your financial situation. So you have what you want. Now start brainstorming, how do I actually make this happen specifically? What are the daily and weekly standards I need to execute in order to make this a reality? Write them down, everything down. Get super specific and super actionable to the extent that you can start right now and start moving towards that grand vision, right? Write some standards that need to be done this week, this month, this quarter, this year to start moving towards that grand vision. Get something where it's easy, actionable to start. Take some baby steps, but get the ball moving with your dream life. And those are the 3 steps, guys. Again, we have defining what you really want, auditing your environment, and determining what action needs to be taken and what habits need to be executed in order to actually make it a reality. So that's a broad overview, guys, of becoming your elite self. I hope that gave you some empowerment and some clarity around taking back what you really want out of life. And definitely reach out to me if you have any questions. I love chatting about this stuff. I love helping people with this stuff. So if you have any questions on how to do it or what to implement or what to do next, I'd love to chat with you. Either way, again, I hope you found some value in this video. If you've stuck with me to the end, you're awesome. I appreciate your time, and it means that you're ready to change, which is awesome. So pat yourself on the back for digesting content like this for however long this video was, because it means that you're ready to do something, right? You're ready to make a change, which is awesome, and I love talking to people like you. So again, hope you have a great day, and reach out if you need anything.